My grandmother experienced the genocide by her own eyes. She was in Mush in 1915, in July, when the Turkish soldiers shelled the city and destroyed her working field, destroyed her orphanage, destroyed her clinic.
They knocked the door and took us out, and we had to walk. And they took my father early. Only women and children left.
All the beautiful girls were victims of some kind, rape or theft or kidnapping. My mother said that they would use mud to rub on the faces of the beautiful women so they wouldn't look so attractive. Try to look like they had sores on their face, just to save them.
My mother would talk about that all the time. And she would say, in Armenian, why did God do this? And she lost her faith.
Orphans of the Genocide. The story of hundreds of thousands of Armenian genocide orphans, forgotten in the pages of history. On June 26, 2010, close to 2,000 Canadian citizens gathered at the Cedar Vale Park Community Centre for the official unveiling of a plaque that designated the Georgetown Boys Farmhouse as a historic and protected municipal site.
Designated Property 2010, Cedar Vale Park. In 1923, Cedar Vale Farm was a site of Canada's first international humanitarian resettlement effort, rescuing orphans of the Armenian Genocide. It later became a United Church Girls' School, Heritage Halton Hills.
At the most crucial juncture of our history, Canada saved these children. This was not, in fact, a humanitarian action in the ordinary sense of the word. This was indeed a concrete expression of Canada's commitment to justice and human rights.
Justice and human rights. Two concepts, or their lack of, etched the destiny of hundreds of thousands of parentless children. Hundreds of thousands of orphans, Armenian orphans, orphans of the genocide. The year was 1915. The place, Anatolia. The persecutors were the Ottoman authorities, and the target was the Ottoman citizens of Armenian ancestry. Summer of 1915 marked the first waves of mass deportations that created scores of Armenian orphans. Within weeks, hundreds of thousands of Armenian citizens were uprooted from their ancestral villages and put in temporary concentration camps.
For the most part, the men were gone, having either been killed at the outset of the genocide or conscripted into labor battalions and then killed sometime later. Women and children were, of course, organized into caravans, sent on the road towards Deir ez-Zor for their relocation. And en route, they fell victim. The women were raped, their goods, their money was stolen by either their escorts or by people along the way.
Deir Zor, a desert located northeast of present-day Syria, known for its harsh climatic characteristics. 200 millimeters average yearly rainfall, scorching summer heat that generates frequent droughts, bitter cold, sub-zero weather. Talat Pasha, the interior minister, was well aware of the harsh conditions of Deir Zor. On July 6, 1914, during a parliamentary debate, he refused to populate the area with Turkish Albanian refugees. About 10 months later, he gave the orders to relocate the Armenian citizens from Ottoman Turkey to Deir Zor.